behind us is one of the natural wonders of the world, I think. And it's kind of interesting when the Ministry of Tourism makes a presentation, they talk about the Med, the Dead, and the Red.
That's right.
So behind us is the Dead Sea.
That's right. Behind us is the Dead Sea that goes by many names. Dead because it doesn't really have living creatures in it. Salt lake, because of course there is a big salt residue over here that ends up with having so much salt. The level of salinity of the Dead Sea is as much as it gets. Think of a cup of tea. You make a cup of tea, you put 1 spoon of sugar, you stir it, it all dissolves. You put 10 spoons of sugar, you stir it, maybe 1, 2, or 3 would dissolve, but all the rest would stay as a residue. That's the exact phenomena that we have over here in the Dead Sea, where the salt itself stays as a residue and you have the natural deposit over here.
The Jordan River flows from the Galilee down here, but it doesn't go anywhere other than here.
That's right. The Jordan River that collects all the river from the Golan Heights and the Upper Galilee area nourishes the Sea of Galilee, living water source, the biggest water source of Israel. But from there it exits and continues downwards to the lowest point on the face of the earth, from which there is no exit, the Dead Sea.
It's an interesting parallel in life because it receives, but it doesn't give, so it's considered dead.
That's amazing. That's amazing. We have, if Jesus was a Jewish guy, then 1600 years after Jesus' time, there was the developing of Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, that speaks of 4 levels of giving and receiving. Whereas the lowest one is receiving for receiving, meaning I want to get a gift because I want to get a gift. And then it goes up until the highest level of receiving and giving would be the one that you want to receive in order to give. And this is receiving for giving is something that Jesus understood by the multiplication, or you can see it is projected from here. Receiving for giving, meaning that I understand that we are all one. And therefore, by enriching oneself, you enrich the whole surrounding.
From a commercial standpoint, there is a lot of value to the Dead Sea.
Right, there is the joint effort by the Jordanians and by the Israelis in what we call the shape of the Dead Sea factories, the quarries over here, different minerals such as potash and aluminum and bromite. Actually, salt itself is not exactly quarried over here. We do quarry it, but in the Red Sea, which is funny. But over here, less of that.
Now, not far from here, there is a group of hotels, resorts, where people can go for health and wellness, and they can go out on the water and actually float on the water.
That's right. The ancient historians say a couple of things about this amazing thing in the land of Israel. One of them would be the fact that the Dead Sea is a place where all objects float. If you jump forward in time, 2,000 years, you are in the year 2011 or 12 or 13, you have a boosting in what we call the health tourism in Israel, where people from all over the world would come over here to the Dead Sea because it is the lowest point on the face of the earth, would go to the water itself because of all the minerals and materials that are inside, but also a lot of people that would have skin problems would spend time over here in the sun. The UV rays must actually penetrate through the thickest layer of ozone, and therefore they are filtered. They are filtered, and when it reaches the individual, then it won't cause him cancer, but at the same time it would accelerate the renewal of the skin cells. So a lot of people with skin disease will come over here.
Well, once again, this is a place where the Bible just does come alive. It's just absolutely incredible.